just wanna nibble on your night. Be so sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance to the turns daylight. So jump in the moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
She said, baby, what you talking about? This was something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less. Say less.
Stop the road when you walking. You rest your hips.
At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at Acrisure Stadium. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air with May. Escapes the pocket. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 now. His first throw is an interception. And the Steelers force the turnover on the first series of this game. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
They've got first down from the 31.
Here we go. We're good. All right.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go, son. All right.
Off play action, it's Fields. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Hey, Ken. You got a mini base. Why not? All right.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that will get them on the board.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Going play action, May. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. And no look on his first look of the game. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Steelers will take over possession. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Alpha. Tonight.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Extend. Go.
Back to the well again. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the run. That sets up an easily attainable 3rd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Angel. Delta. Tonight.
Another carry for him. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Here we go. Tonight.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Hey, Ken. Here we go, son. Tonight.
Fields to throw it. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here we go.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Tonight.
Fields out of the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. EQ. Out.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. We're at the end of one in a defensive showdown that has lived up to its billing thus far. Just 3-0 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football.
Don't jump. Ready?
They're advancing it well as they face second down. Throw secured by George Pickett. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Here we go. You got a mini base. Go.
They'll run here on first down. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go, son. Hey, can. Sit high.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here we go. 575.
They'll run here from the gun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Here we go. Press. Bunch right. Easy. Right.
2nd and 13. He's got it in the red zone. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Good. Right.
Fields now on 3rd. Finds Sanders. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers make it a 9-point advantage. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down by Jalen Carter. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you could recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Let's go now.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Running it after the penalty. Jukes one defender, and he'll get it up to the 44.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. And it's the Jets looking at 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, here's May. Short pass brought in. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. He gets 6 on that play, and it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's May. Finds his target, Hall. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. The Jets take their first time out. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Let's go.
May now from the gun. Hall there to haul it in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Hall. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
First down throw for May. Cut out left. And they get this down to the 28. Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set. From the gun, it's Hall. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Field goal unit out there on second down as they try for 3 here before halftime. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Hey, Ken.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, son. 11. Right.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
He's got a man left. Continuing to move past the 45. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
first down, they'll run. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Offense to the line for second down.
Here we go, son. Set.
Now Fields. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackle made by Chuck Clark.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And the Jets in the dime for this third down.
West right zip. Set.
Pressure coming, it's Fields. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
The wind was at his sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's May. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
He finds Wood. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to hit home, complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
On first down, here comes Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Throwing is May. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Ball at the 33 for first down. May now. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
May trying again here on second. Completed over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Hall. And what a hit there. Alex, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. The Jets have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Second and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This one's caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw as you're about to get smacked.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Here's May to the air. Dump off caught by his back. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Hall's going to try to smash his way in. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, New York. The Jets make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Breece Hall with the touchdown. They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal would tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Eleven. All right.
Play action, Fields. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
I mean, you could see it right there. The trajectory of the ball changed as it was in flight. You know, on shorter throws, receivers, they can focus, they can adjust quickly. But on a long-distance throw like that, a tip, well, it really alters the course of the ball and makes it so tough to make an adjustment in time.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Don't jump. Ready? Hey, Ken. Right.
Shotgun snap to Fields. They did it! He made the interception! Quincy Williams has it! And the Jets have some new life in the fourth!
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. He'll try to do it himself. And he's in for the touchdown. The Jets take a fourth quarter lead. Drake made the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. That one splits the uprights. And the Jets take a 4-point lead. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Chooses to bring this one out. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
Trailing by one score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Tonight.
Running this one left. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Go.
They give it to him again. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need one more now on 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Chip slant. Here we go. Delta, Delta. Sit high.
Back to the well again. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Here we go.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Here we go. We're good. Hey, Chan. Right.
2nd and 1. Hits him on the out route. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Right.
Off play action, it's Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 17.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers needing 4 points. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, son.
Trying again following the sack. He finds Sanders. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Quincy Williams has it. And the Jets make the play that should win them this game.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
1st and 10 now from the 30. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he's brought down after a short gain. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Here's Hall once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. They go right back to Hall. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. Fair catch made, a little beyond the 20-yard line. No return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Punch right. Here we go. Go.
He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go, son. Hey, can't.
Setting up to pass. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Quincy Williams has it.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go now.
No timeouts remaining here, partners, so they can just run out this clock. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Here we go, set.
Kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a road win for the Jets. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you